have to say. I'm sorry.
July. Now I know that you love me.
Want to know something that pisses me off to no end?
Why do people feel the need to do this?
I hate when you say to somebody, for example, ugh, I'm so tired, and they go, you're tired. I've been up since 6 a.m. and I have to work a double today, and oh wow, since now I know that you're more tired than me, I'm not tired at all. That's crazy. Thank you so much for invalidating my feelings.
So today I found out that I got cheated on, and like, it was a few months back, but it still sucks, you know? I felt like I put a lot of time and work into that relationship, so I don't know, I'm just processing. I just didn't really feel like I deserved that, you know? She said that she like regretted it immediately and wanted to call me, and then had the audacity to say that I didn't have enough time for her. I feel like I was super clear from the very beginning about how busy I am, so I just feel like that's a bullshit excuse. Anyways, I told her I'd take her back because like we had a good relationship and we always had a good time together, but you guys, don't cheat on your hairstylist.
Let's hear what you got.
All right. Well, these little...
Wrap it up.
Wow. It's been a crazy week. Some good stuff and some bad stuff. But you know, there's one thing that really, like, just really gets under my skin, right? So, being a person who comes from a parent who constantly gaslit them, and if their opinion did not fit that parent's opinion, they would always, you know, tell that person that, you know, I should have aborted you or whatever, you know, all those little things that toxic parents say. You know, I was in a situation where literally I set a boundary for someone and told them to stop interrupting me while I'm in the middle of a sentence. And then they called me aggressive and defensive. You know, when you set boundaries with people and they use that terminology, they know what they're doing. They know sometimes that those are dog whistle words, especially when they're used by a non-black person to another black person. You know, it does put a person on defense because they don't realize that no matter how hard you work and you hear those words, that it sort of has there's no way to take it positively, right? You do so much to better your life, and sometimes people see that, and it's not that they're jealous, but it's just that they don't want you to succeed as much as they smile in your face, because they think they have you by the cojones. But what they don't know is that I've learned the key to loving myself, and while it bothered me, and I just doing it a while because I was like, wow, I can't believe that person actually did that, and it was done with such malice in their words. And then you have to smile and act like everything is okay, because in a way that you're not in that position of power, right? But overall, I realized that I have grown a lot, because in a lot of situations I would have reacted very differently, but now it's like, well, that person's a lot. There's just one thing left to say.
Well, oh, you see, I'm over here, bitch. I'm over here. Over here, this, yeah, thank you. I just got home from work, and what I gotta do, I gotta fucking clean and do what I gotta do in the home, right? Cause I ain't got no slaves. So I gotta wash the dishes from yesterday, from the rice, from the betrayals. I gotta do it. come home from work, my job don't finish. My job don't finish. Never. It don't. Cause when the kids come home, Mommy, Lisa. She hit me. He hit me. She did this. Just shut the fuck up. A bitch been up since late last night. 11 o'clock, there was a storm. Worse than the damn storm that we had.
I just have to vent for a second. I just dropped my brother and his friends off at the airport, and in order to accommodate their luggage, I had to drive my brother's Ford F-150, big pickup truck that I'm not used to driving, right? So I'm driving there. There's a million different signs for an alphabet of terminals, a convoluted Candyland, if you will. So keep in mind that I'm driving with 4 straighties in the car, okay? So they are blasting Dave Matthews, Tool, and the like at an irresponsible decibel, only turning it down to talk about basketball and first round picks. You know the deal. So I drop them off. Everything's Gucci. I'm on my way home, stuck in traffic. No one knows how to use their turn signal. An old lady lays on her horn because I'm not used to driving a living room on wheels on the interstate. Sorry. So I pull into the Taco Bell drive-thru because if there's anything I deserve right now, it is a Crunchwrap Supreme, cheesy Fiesta potatoes, and a value Baja Blast. I deserve a large, but I'm balling on a budget. And I put in my order, and I go to the next window. Forgot my wallet. And now I'm sitting outside my neighbor's house that I just texted because I don't know how to parallel park this truck.
So I almost went to fucking jail today. So I get up, I go in, I get my hair done, which I like cornrows, but that's just me. Then I go to the grocery store because I want to make some fucking gumbo tonight. So I'm in the produce aisle. I am bagging some stuff up that I need. And then I hear the sound of a rascal behind me. If you don't know what a rascal is, it's one of those mobility scooters that can be found in big box stores. So I'm tying off my last bag. And this motherfucker behind me calls me a bitch. To which I, of course, turn around. Because I don't know this person. I didn't look at this person. I didn't say anything to this fucking person. She then proceeds to do the whole, like, kind of thing. Which I can't tell if that means, like, what or fight me. Anyway, I called this bitch rude and I walked away. Because I cannot get into physical altercations. I take it way too far. I've made a vow to myself that unless I can get away with murder, I am not physically fighting people. Like the last altercation I got into, I took a bitch's ear. So for the sake of my wife, I walked away.
I definitely do have like a little crush and I'm fully dropping that motherfucker. Probably like, bitch, what? And it's like, no, I can have a crush. I can actually like a man. Your actions aren't matching how I know I deserve to be treated. There's the door, bitch. This is how I know that I am growing. Because the games this man is playing, they're not fucking cute to me anymore. Like, I feel like 6 months ago, I would have loved it. I would have been like, oh my God, let's play the game. Like, let's go crazy. Like, actually, your inability to be emotionally mature is so fucking unattractive. Basic human skills that you lack, like respect and communication, are unattractive. I used to be the bitch that was like, oh my God, like I love the games. I play the fucking game. I was the queen at the damn game. I was also emotionally immature and I was also emotionally unavailable. It's like, I can have a crush. Don't get me wrong. Trust me, I would want this shit to work out because I genuinely fuck with the guy. But if you're showing me emotional unavailability, it's only gonna lead to like emotional immaturity. And I'm seeing both of those, and that's not something I want in my life. Don't get me wrong, I like him. I like him a lot, but I don't like him enough to let him disrupt my peace. At the end of the day, everybody knows games feel shitty. Like, games are fucking shitty. It's a shitty feeling, and it's fun to play them, but at the end of the day, I'm just feeding my ego. Like, I'm just feeding my ego. But when I get the DMs that are like, what do you do if he doesn't text you back? What do you do if he like doesn't text you for 2 weeks? You walk the fuck away because he's emotionally immature. He's probably not gonna change for a fucking while. So why would you want to put up with that? A year ago, I had a man come into my life And maturing is realizing the things he said to me, yes, they were hurtful, but he was fucking right. I was actively playing games with this man. I was quite literally doing the exact thing that this man is doing to me, I was doing to this man. And he just called me on my bullshit. Like, you're emotionally unavailable. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I genuinely didn't think I was. And he was like, no, you are emotionally unavailable. And like, you are scared to let people in. And I can see by the actions. I'm like, I just really don't appreciate the games. Like, that's just really not something I'm looking for in my life. He was like, I'm just not interested in someone being like emotionally unavailable and emotionally immature. At the time, I'm like, oh my God, like, fuck him. Like, he barely knows me. No, he had a pretty good read on me. I was playing games. I was scared to get hurt. I wasn't allowing myself to be vulnerable. Bitch, who the fuck have I turned into? Oh my God, I'm growing. So now that I'm on the other side of things, I'm watching this guy do the exact same thing I did. And I just know, I'm just like, okay, you're emotionally unavailable and you're emotionally immature. And I think one of my number one things I want moving forward in a person, in a partner, in someone I'm fucking dating is emotional maturity. I want to be able to feel safe communicating emotions. And I also want there just to be open communication. I just want there to be fucking communication, bitch. And it's like, I'm not going to put in all this work with a man that I can tell is emotionally immature just because I like him. Because at the end of the day, I respect myself and my self-worth too much to go down a rabbit hole of like trying to like chase this man and then this man chased me and we go back and forth and we do that entire thing. It's not fucking worth it. And it's just creating a toxic pattern that I don't want in my life. I don't think you guys have ever heard me in my life come on here and say I have a crush on somebody. Like, I just have never even been that vulnerable with my friends to admit that, like, hey, like, I like someone. But I'm opening up, I'm growing, I'm learning to be vulnerable. And I want to be vulnerable in a safe place. Not with a whack-ass motherfucker who doesn't appreciate it or deserve it. So it's like, yes, I can admit I like a guy. I can also admit that, hey, you know what? His actions really fucking gross. That's not something I really want in my life. So I'm going to choose me. Oh God. Oh my God, I'm George Washington. That shit was scarier than me actually having feelings for a fucking man. Yeah, you can like a man and still walk the fuck away because you value yourself even more, and you value yourself, and you know how the fuck you're supposed to be treated, and it's not like that, and that's maturing. I don't know how to style these bitches yet.